Hey, what's up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? Hope everybody's good. Hope that this video is showing good. I'm trying this. Installed a new program that somebody told me that would help my streaming. So we trying something new. So let me know, man, if it's clear. Let me know how clear it is. If you think it's clear, put up a number 1. If not, put up a number 2. Anyway, let me start the program the way I always start my program. And that's thanking y'all for y'all support, and virtual hug to those who may have lost someone during this COVID situation. And a big virtual hug to my doctors, nurses, frontline people. All right, so number 1, so showing good. Yeah, but you know something? That being said, I got something serious to talk to y'all about. I mean, just some stupid shit going on. So if your ears are sensitive, there's gonna be a lot of cussing today. So tune out now. But you got these, and I gotta call it for what it is. These young black fucking idiots coming down to Dominican Republic, Colombia, with this stupid strip club, Miami, Vegas mentality. I mean, just ghetto-fine. How do you ghetto-fy a fucking country? And it's these young bloods, these young black men that are doing this dumb shit. So what exactly am I talking about? Because we're gonna get right into it today. Shout out to my people joining me. What's up, Jodo? Evolving with Michael, Phil, Jackson. Jackson's always in the house. But I'm gonna share my WhatsApp screen with y'all. So I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all, and then we're gonna have a conversation, right? So first I want to share this message that somebody sent to me, right? And it reads, let me go back and make sure that you can view it. Any information on the brothers who got robbed in Medellin last week? They were tied up with duct tape and handcuffed in their Airbnb. Robbers took all their money and phones. Airbnb was Provincia, whatever the fuck that means. The brothers were flashing money on WhatsApp, so they were set up by a girl. Now, dudes getting set up by women ain't nothing new, right? Ain't nothing new. And a lot of times, man, it's stupidity that gets them set up. It ain't even, listen, you coming to a country, right, where there's a lot of poverty and impoverished people, proud impoverished people. And you out there just doing with your ghetto mentality, ain't never left goddamn city before. And now you out here, you got your stimulus check and you the weekend warrior, you know? And then dumb shit like this should happen to you, okay? Now, I've always said I'm never going to tell a man or woman how to spend their money or get their genitals wet. But when you do dumb shit, when you bring dumb ghetto mentality with you, shit like this happens. So let me share something else with you, right? So let me share something else with you on my WhatsApp, because this is how these clowns
talk to me nice. And some of this. Talk to me nice.
And I gotta set it up. So this is how these idiots, and I'm glad they were only robbed, handcuffed, or whatever, maybe drugged, I don't know. But I'm glad that's the only thing that happened to them. I definitely did not want anything worse to happen to them, for them to get robbed and taught a good ass lesson. But let me show you why they got robbed. All right. Now this is on them. You can't blame nobody else but this young stupid mentality. So let's go ahead and roll the tape.
Talk to me nice. And some of this. Talk to me nice. And then some of this. Talk to me nice. And some of this. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. And then some of this. Talk to me.
Yeah, look at it.
Talk to me.
Showing all their money.
Flash to me. Yes. Talk to me. Huh? Demon. Huh? Demon. Demon.
Demons, talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me.
Demon.
Having a great time, right? Having a good time, right? Just enjoy themselves, right? They got it all out on their and trust me, they just ain't sharing this on their WhatsApp from one brother to another. These motherfucking idiots put it out on their Snapchats or Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, because you know they can't just keep it to themselves, you know. And when you go to a place like Medellin, where the dollar right now, let me pull up my phone and I'll give it to you, where it's like $1 US to, let me see, all right, Colombia peso. So $1 US to Colombian peso is $3,692. So you think you got a lot of money when you get down there. I mean, it comes in stacks and shit. And let's say you just cash 500 in. You got a stack of money like this, right? You got a stack of money like this. And that's why the guy just like flipping, then throw shit up in the air. Ghetto ass mentality. Young blood, young black Negro ghetto ass ain't never went nowhere mentality. Weekend warrior. And this is the type of dumb shit they get. So these dumb motherfuckers, they got tied up, handcuffed, duct taped, and robbed. And as I said, I'm happy, very happy. That is the only thing that happened to them. I'm very happy that is the only thing that happened to them. But they deserve it. I'm serious. I can tell you, I ain't gonna never tell a man or a woman how to spend their money or get their genitals wet. But when you do dumb shit, expect dumb shit to happen. But these ain't the only clowns and fools that are taking their passport and going across the world. Just, yeah, I know I hate that word. Ghetto-fying a goddamn space and time on another continent and country. So we got some other shit to share, right? We had some other idiots in town, right? Who decided to come down here, and I'm sharing a video from another brother's account, right? And I want to give the brother credit. But this is the police try to stop black dude with the black bag of money. So hold on, let me back it up a video. So let me back up the video, right?
Puro TV on the building, y'all. They're gonna make it rain on the beach.
So this fool is trying to make it rain on the beach right here. So he's just making it rain. So you can see the crowd gathering around him. And thank you, Puto TV. Let me give you props for posting this. And you see people just crowding around, right? So the police come, as you can see right here, and trying to clear out the crowd. So the police officer decides, let me speed it up a little bit. Let me, so you see the crowd following, right? So they just following, right? Because the police officer is walking the guy out of the beach, out of the area for his own protection. So why does this idiot need protection? So I'm gonna tell you why the idiot needs protection. The idiot needs protection because let's say if the cop did not walk this idiot out, pretty much there's no chance he would have made it to his hotel without getting robbed and knocked out. And this is just some clown, stupid, young blood, crazy shit. And I can honestly say this ain't the OGs. This ain't the beautiful sisters that come down here handling themselves responsible. The beautiful OGs like myself come down here handling themselves responsible. The expats that live here handling themselves responsible. No, these are these idiot young niggas Damn, I tried not to ever say that word, but it came out. So these idiot young N-words that come down here just ghetto fine, just straight up ghetto fine, like they ain't got no damn sense. And when they get knocked out and they get robbed, it's hard for me to feel anything for you. Now I hope nobody gets anything past, get past anything but robbed, and certainly not killed. But you're going to set yourself up to get killed. And this is the problem. This is why I'm making this video. You're setting other young bloods up. You're setting other young bloods up. See, as OGs, we roll a little bit different. We're a little bit smarter. But you're setting other kids up that come down here that don't know shit about their own community. And they see you come down here with this ghetto-fied mentality, and then something happens to them, and they like, oh, this country's bad. Oh, the country is horrible. They're murdering motherfucking expats. No, you murdered yourself. You basically put a target on your ass, and you got yourself killed. And it's hard, and so I seriously don't understand the stupidity of it all. And I just don't. So we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna read some of these comments. But my first comment, man, let me give a big shout out to my boy, Alfred Muhammad. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Much appreciated. All right, so different type of cats going on there. The women change too. Yeah, the women change, but none of these women making these guys do this clown shit. So you can't even blame the women for this. This is pure clown. Damn, I hate to say that word. N-word shit. Young blood, black men doing N-word shit in another country and getting themselves robbed, getting themselves tied up, drugged. Because this is the thing, like I said, a lot of these chicas, what happens when you're here in DR, Medellin, other poor countries, let me tell you something, they smart as hell with these phones. These chicas that you meet on the street, they may not have a high school education, but they can work the shit out of a goddamn smartphone. I'm gonna tell you. And they'll ask you your name, and you'll give them your government name, and they'll say, "Oh, baby, I want to Facebook you. I want to Facebook you. I want to Instagram you." Now they checking you out, bro. They doing the CIA background, FBI shit on you to see how dumb you are. And you post how stupid I am, and they may have a boyfriend who's what they call mafioso. Say, hey, listen, we got a motherfucking clown that we can knock off. And they do. You setting yourself up, and worse, you setting somebody else up that's coming behind you. That ain't setting me up because I don't roll like that. First of all, if I'm new to anywhere, you don't get my government name. You just don't get it. There's no way you get my government name. We got to have a little, more than hello, hola, and como estás conversation. Then I give you my government name. Because guess what? They ain't give me their goddamn government name. But like I said, as soon as they put you in their phone book, or we call it Rolodex, brother, Instagram the shit out of you. Trying to fill you out, see who you are. What's up, Black Bolt? Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Much appreciation. And Jamaican guys, these guys don't learn, man. They don't. So I'm gonna tell you, man, I ain't mad about them getting robbed. I really ain't. Don't bother me at all. Don't bother me a bit. Because as the word says, those of you who read your Bible, a fool and his money will soon depart. And if you're a fool and you got money and you come down here to Disneyland, you're going to depart with your money. You will depart with your money. All right. So what's up, Isaac? Said respect OGs. All young OGs don't roll like that. My young brothers, DR ain't the states. Move accordingly, respect the land. Isaac, you absolutely right, young blood. You absolutely right, sir. Absolutely. This message ain't for all the young bloods because I know some very smart young bloods. You got some very smart young bloods that's moved down here and they're only in their 30s. Yes. How do I know? I see them. They call me. Some will be at my house Friday. Very smart, intelligent young blood. So this ain't all the young blood. So I ain't labeling all of them. But I am labeling in those stupid ones. And we got to call a spade a spade. It ain't young white dudes coming down here doing this shit. It ain't white women coming down here sitting. It ain't Puerto Rican dudes coming down here doing this shit. You know, it ain't guys from the UK. It's those young, stupid, young blood Negroes from New York, Miami, Chi-Town. I mean, from the largest city. Those are the ones because they got strip club mentality. They got strip club mentality. Man, let me tell you something. Last time I've been to a strip club, I was like 30, 31, 32. Might have been 32. I don't know. I stopped doing strip clubs because it was a waste of money. It was a waste of my fucking time, be quite honest. And then I remember the last time I was in a strip club, what made me stop going to strip clubs? When I seen women in there outbidding me. You know, you try to get a girl to come over to your table, you throw $1, $5 bill up. Women was in there throwing $20 bills, $50 bills. I can't be in competition with no woman in no strip club. So that I would just for me. And then I said, why do a strip club when I could go and you can't touch? You know, especially this Me Too movement now. Shit, even in a strip club, you get goddamn a felony behind touching a stripper in a strip club now. When I could go to Panama, which is strip club Havana, and you get raped by the chick. You throw a $20 bill at a chick in a strip club in Panama, she raping your ass. You gotta fight her off. And you can touch everything. Try that in the States, and your ass will be locked up. I promise you. I promise you. You are going to jail. All right, so price is going. That ain't what I meant to put up, but let me see. Willie. Hey, my brother, this is Willie from Chi-Town. American Airlines changing $1,900 to fly from Chi-Town to Bop. God damn. $1,900. Well, you know something? I hate hearing that price. First of all, that price is ridiculous. Most I paid ever to come to DR, and this is flying first class, was $1,000, right? And I had to get here. So when the lady told me she getting me here for $1,000 on first class, I said, what the hell? Shit. But $1,900? Oh, hell no. Hell no. All right, so what's up? Wiseman said the floodgate is open for all the clowns. Yes, send in the clowns. And wherever the clowns, there will be a circus, right? You already know that. Clowns will come down to DR thanks to YouTube and all the videos being posted. It's not all the videos being posted. There's all the videos being posted by idiots, right? There's a lot of great videos out there with great information that people are telling you how to buy land, how to build, how to move, how to recognize certain things, how to open up a bank account, you know, how to handle, you know, people of the same sex, opposite sex, and any endeavor of conversations, whether you are trying to make a deal to get the cab ride or make a deal to take me to the grocery store. So it's not YouTube. It's the young, and a lot of times those videos are by young dudes. I mean, young black dudes. I've never seen a video posted by a young white dude with just like Sasua and strippers and shit and acting like they fucking is. I just haven't seen it. If you've seen it, please share it with me. So we're gonna call the kettle black today. All right. We are not gonna sugarcoat this shit. Because it's embarrassing, quite honestly. It's fucking embarrassing. What's up, my brother? Roll the tape, man. These ignorant fools going to get somebody killed flashing all that cash around. And that's my point. And that's my point. I'm gonna put up Roll the Tape again, who I love this brother. He got a great video, great YouTube channel, y'all, and it's called Roll the Tape. Man, these ignorant fools gonna get somebody killed flashing all this cash. That's the point. And a lot of times the person you get killed or who should be killed because they have the one that insurrected this foolishness are the ones that don't get killed. It'd probably be somebody, one of their friends, one of their homeboys, their brother, their cousin. That's the problem. That's the problem. What's up, Jay? Thank you for the super chat, brother. Jay says it's unfortunate. Some people will always have a look at me attitude promoted by the Matrix media, and that's what it is. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I love hip hop. I came out of a hip hop era, right? I came from Brooklyn, New York, Bushwick section, you know, Bed-Stuy. So I was there when hip hop was being formed and molded, and hip hop was first basically about just having fun. You know, not that ghetto shit, not that damn gangster shit, just having fun because we ain't want to dwell on how bad we already knew we were doing bad, all right? Drugs and everything else, but we want to just have some fun. Then hip hop, of course, grew. It exploded. It went into all kind of directions, but still great music, great beats and everything else. But I mean, I don't understand how these young bloods, it's supposed to be evolving, right? Evolving. And it's like we're regressing, you know? We're regressing. And I'm not going to beat on that because this ain't what this video is about. But you got cats who want to, like I said, you want to glorify the N-word, you know? Glorify it, you know? And put it in every song, put it 50 times in every song. I mean, how many goddamn words can you rhyme with the N-word and bitch and hoe? I mean, how many words can you rhyme with that shit? No other race does this. You don't hear Chinese calling each other chinks. You don't hear Jews calling each other kites. You don't hear goddamn, you know, Japanese downing each other, but you hear brothers doing this crazy shit. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, Mr. Exclusive? Please show the clip I posted in the group. The fools plant idiocy, and they will harvest idiocy. They deserve their fill. No mercy, no prisoners. I agree with you. Hey, do me a favor, man, because you know I'm live right now. Hit me up. Send it to me. But you got my WhatsApp. So send it to me, man. Let me put it up right now. But I ain't got time to scroll through it, brother. But if you send it to me, I'll post it. And thank you again for the super chat, brother. Thank you. All right, so Mark, what's up, Mark? Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. But you know, Gil says it's putting us all at risk, Russ. Yes, it is. It's putting all of us at risk. It is, and so that's why I'm speaking on it. Like I told you, I am never going to tell a man or woman how to spend their money or get their gym tools wet. But now when it starts being dangerous, somebody got to speak on it. Somebody has to speak on it because this is just pure idiocy. And I'm going to call out those who are doing it. And not all of them, as my brother Isaac said, not all of them. But the guys that are doing it are these young bloods, are these young black idiots. Those are the ones that are doing it. They come down here with strip club mentality. They take that strip club mentality to goddamn, Medellin, Colombia. They take that shit to Panama and every other country, and they look at you like you a fool. But a good fool. They like fools. Trust me. They love fools. Hell, you the easiest people to set up and rob and kill. And and a lot of them are so braggadocious, they're gonna tell them, yes, we rent this penthouse. Me and my 3 homeboys, we right here. They'll drive, this is where we at. And all they need is a pretty woman start stroking their ego. I want to come up there and give you some head, baby. Come on. Meanwhile, all right, well, let me call my girls. You go upstairs, girls hit up on the phone. My girlfriends are here. Can I go let them in? Yeah, go downstairs, let them in, boo. Come up with some gangsters. Duct taping, putting you in handcuffs, robbing your ass, and hoping that's the only thing they do to you. King says these fucks making us talk, you stay in Atlanta with that shit. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more. What's up, Jay? My boy Jay, what's going on, brother? Much love, fam. See you soon. Have a drink on me. Appreciate you, but the one I get with your 20 gonna be on the outside. Thank you, sir. See you soon. Let me know when I can pick you up. Nephew. What's up, nephew? Now here's my nephew, Youngblood, right? Enterprising young man, producing positive, serious, great music out here, developing artists out here in his 30s. So like I said, Isaac, not every young blood is out here doing this dumb shit. All right, so Skrilla God, they don't know what you don't have to be loud to be seen. You already know this just by being an American. Absolute fact. Which in turn means you're already a target as soon as you step off the plane. True. But you got these fools making themselves much of a target. Much of a target. Real brother, great young brother. This brother's in his 30s. Young brother in his 30s down here living his best life. Roll the tape is an intelligent, forward-thinking young brother. So are you. So are you. So like I said, this message ain't for every young blood. This message is for those young bloods who the shoe fits. And I can't say, well, look, man, guys or these people, or like there's some abject aliens and shit. No, it's young black men coming down here doing this stupid shit. So let's call them for what they are. And this is the thing, man. Them young clowns love flashing money and bragging. Most of them that's flashing money and bragging ain't got no fucking money. I'm telling you. How do I know they ain't got no real money? I study habits of the rich, right? If you study habits of the rich, most rich people you would never know. They pass by you, you will never know they got money. You will never know they got money. They don't drive new cars. They don't live in the biggest fucking house. But they got millions of dollars. Their shit starts with 7 figures. 7 figures. But they know how to roll. They're not trying to move, with all eyes on me, which is not good. It's not good. It's not safe. And it's definitely deadly in another country. And that's my point. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. You're gambling with your life. And the worst part is you're gambling with others' lives too. Travel guys, glad you did this topic. Shit getting out of hand. Only thing you can do is be a real OG and guide them. I'm trying. I am trying. And like I said, it ain't all the young bloods. It's a niche, right? Because there's a lot of young bloods that come down here that have a great time. There's a lot of young bloods that move down here that you would never know because they ain't out there flashing no money either. Then you got these weekend warriors who I know their ass will be broke on Monday. I know their ass gonna be broke on Monday. When they get on that plane, they came down here, let's say $2,000 or $3,000 for the weekend. When they get on that plane Monday, their ass is broke. How do I know? I've got phone calls. Young blood came down here, got Louis Vuitton backpack, got the best Nikes, Affliction t-shirts, slacks, jeans, whatever, all the high-end gear shit, Gucci belts, and they like, yo, man, I know you don't know me, man, like that well, man, and such gave me my number, but gave me your number, but man, can you give me a lift to the airport, man? I just got a little crazy, man, and I don't even have that 25 to spot to the airport. And I'm gonna tell you what I normally tell them. No, I'm not Captain Satan. I can't save everybody. And especially I ain't gonna leave Puerto Plata to drive all the way to Sosua to pick your broke ass up who went act stupid and then drive you off to the airport and then have you hit me up with some money to get something to eat while you're in the airport. I'm not doing that shit, no. No. Now, I understand if something happened to somebody, and I've had cats have called me, something happened, and I know something happened because you hear the scuttlebutt, what they call it, on the street. And I try to reach out to somebody, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right? Man, I just, I got robbed, I made a dumb move, wrong place, wrong time. That type of shit I can roll with. But doing this strip club shit, nah, you're on your own. You're totally on your own. Thank you, nephew. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Appreciate it, nephew. So like I said, man, listen, I'm not gonna talk your ears off. And another good point, DR is not only so you got criminals in Santiago and LA capital that will give cats dirt snaps. And that's true. All over. DR is or I should say that Sosua is not a macroism of Dominican Republic. It's a micro. Sosua is a micro of the Dominican Republic. But no matter where you go, it's different flavors. Santo Domingo, you will deal with totally different people. You still got cats that will give you a dirt nap for being stupid, like the brother pointed out. Santiago, people are totally different. Oh, now, La Vega, Mocha, different city, different vibe. It's Fantasy Island. So if you want to come down here and enjoy yourself, so come down here and enjoy the fantasy, right? Lay back, relax, let them come to you, enjoy your fantasy. Take your ass back on the plane and save up your dollars till you can make it back out again. Don't come down here with strip club, Miami, Vegas, stupid nigga mentality. Seriously. Because you're jeopardizing other folks down here. You might be jeopardizing a young blood that live down here or OG like myself. And I know that they watch videos, they check on Instagram, Snapchat, because right now, I used to just have a lot of Americans that used to come to me. And right now, I got a lot of Dominicans that walk up to me. That, oh, you're on YouTube, you're on YouTube, you're on YouTube, you're on YouTube. Oh, I see you on YouTube. I was eating lunch on Monday with my friend Jay, a beautiful young lady, sister that's moving down here. It's in the process of moving here. And we eating dinner. There's like 5 people up where we are. 5 people where we at. And one of the Dominican young ladies came up to me and pulled up my goddamn video. And I was like, hey, so let me tell you something. And like I said, these young Dominican men and women, these chicas and these sanky pankies, whatever you want to call them, they can work a smartphone like nobody else. I can work the shit out of smartphone. You know how I learned how to do half the shit I do now doing a smartphone is from one of these chicas. Seriously, I'm not even joking. What's up, Joe? The rich will always be rich, the poor will always be poor, whether you're talking the pocket or the mind. Yeah, unfortunately. But hopefully, somebody can say something to get through. Because they don't, see, this is the thing, stupidity is a choice. Being poor is a choice. Being poor mentally is a choice. And I believe that with all my heart. I absolutely believe that. Why do I say that? I've been poor. I've been broke. I've been mentally stupid. I've had money and acted like a fool. So that when I got to the point where I said, something, the worst thing that scared me in my life was to be poor all my life, mentally and financially. If you look at the mayor of Sosua, Willie, right now, he grew up in Charamicos, one of the poorest fucking neighborhoods, roughest fucking neighborhoods in Sosua. Poorest and roughest. He's the fucking mayor now. So like I said, being poor mentally, being poor financially, I'm sorry, it's a choice. It's a choice. You choose that shit. Because there are options. Even if you can't see them, there are options. Travel Squad, salute, brother. You have been attentive. You've been attentive for a long time. Please forgive these trolls that text under my name. It's not me. Salute. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, man. You know something. These trolls, they do. Man, listen. They use my name. They go on other chats and say they tailor-made dreams. So I understand, Travel Squad. Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. Yeah, and now they're ruining Colombia. Yeah, because now they doing the shit in Colombia. They going bug wild. But like I said, we just had a fool on the beach the other day where the police had to walk him out. And if I was that cop, I would let that motherfucker walk out there by himself. Shame to say, but he wouldn't have made it back to the hotel. And because I'm telling you, you see the crowd that was following him? They was following him for a reason. And the only reason he made it back to his hotel is because the fucking cops was with him. I would have let that asshole, that stupid. Let me not go there. All right, Mr. Exclusive. Video sent. Shout out to the brother Dre. All right, so let me see. Let me look at my WhatsApp on here. Then I can pull it up on there. So let me see, brother. Give me a second here.
Hola, Colombia. John has finally made it to Medi.
All right. So I'm going to my WhatsApp. We're gonna pull it up. Y'all give me a minute. Let me go into my WhatsApp and pull up the brother's video. So he got some more to share with us. All right, so it's hard to, all right, trying to pull it. Like I know when you set these things up and all right, there we go. There we go. So yeah, but I'm telling you, man, it's crazy what these young bloods are doing. They're going to get themselves killed. Like I said, and worse, they're going to get somebody else killed. All right, so let me set up the video.
Hola, Colombia.
All right, so let me hit my share button. All right, so I'm seeing this with y'all. So hey, I don't know what it says yet. I want to make that camera, but I trust Mr. Exclusive ain't going to take us somewhere we ain't got no business going. All right, so hold on 1 second. Let's do this. Let's share. All right, let's go there.
Colombia. John has finally made it to Medi. This is John, a black traveler that had decided to flash money to poor-ass women on WhatsApp. This is what he had to say to a lady on WhatsApp. Apparently, she brought a lot of other poor people to talk to him. Now, John has went from WhatsApp to GoFundMe to get back home. Don't be a John. Hashtag dumbass. Now back to the fucking show. Drees, stop showing these dumb motherfuckers.
Drees. All right. Like I said, man, listen, I'm glad these brothers are alive and breathing and unharmed, besides their pride. So they ain't know they went to GoFundMe to get their ass back home. But I don't know why they would go to GoFundMe and get their ass home, because they got to go to GoFundMe to finish enjoying their trip. Because you don't buy a one-way ticket to Colombia, you buy a two-way ticket. Like I said, I've never had nobody say, "Man, I need help getting back home because I don't have a plane ticket. I have help getting a cab so I can get to the airport." I just tell them it's straight down. Just go on Route 5 and walk straight. You get there about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour walk, and you'll be there. Not a problem. No more than 2 hour walk. So, because I'm not helping idiots. I'm just not doing it. But thanks for that, Mr. Exclusive, man. Appreciate you. What's up, D? With the type of element that has invaded the Dominican Republic, can you imagine how things are going to be when the club's open? Well, I'm going to tell you, in certain parts, I keep my black ass in Puerto Plata most of the time. Most of the time, I like Puerto Plata for a number of reasons that I ain't gonna go into because I don't want to see them fools down here. So I'm gonna let their ass stay right where they at. Real brother says go Route 5 and walk straight. Exactly. But I love DR, but feel like these dudes already spoiled and corrupted the game for all of us. They haven't. I can promise you. I live here. I'm telling boots on the ground. They have not. DR, even Sasua is still a great place to be. You do have these moments of stupidity, insanity, Negroism, ghettoification, a couple other words I could think of. But for the most part, people still down here having a great time. I'm just hanging out with Brother Vic. Brother Vic just had lunch together. We went by, haven't seen his new house. He just had a beautiful house built here in the DR, like walking distance from my house. Paid an absolute fantastic fucking price for it, by the way. I'm not gonna put it out there because that ain't my business. Brother down here doing his thing. Man, I'm like, and there's more and more people. Hell, I just talked to a good friend of mine, Norbert's husband, today. Y'all know Norbert. She has a beautiful YouTube channel, gorgeous sister, fantastic family. And her family just moved here. Well, they've been here maybe a couple of weeks now. But her family, her husband, her daughter just made that plunge, left Miami, and are here in Dominican Republic. So it's not they have spoiled anything, because it would take more than a couple of fools who will soon be in a dirt nap to spoil anything. But have they made it look ghetto? Yeah. And let's face it, it's young black men who are doing it. Not all, but a few. I'm gonna tell you, and that's the truth. All right, so Rich Method says, tailor-made dreams. Let's discuss the bigger problem in America that leads to this type of mentality. Maybe I missed it. I came in late. So what leads to this type of mentality? The lack of education, the lack of male role model, the lack of a strong upbringing, the lack of common damn sense. Yeah. Now, there may be some other levels and some other elements to that, but I think those are the major ones. Definitely. The lack of education. And I'm not talking about, grades 1 through 12. I'm talking about lack of education of knowing who you are, who you come from, the people, knowing your history, knowing that you are God, knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you don't have to act like a fucking clown, having a strong male role model in your life, letting you know who you are, telling you every day Not telling you, you know, like with this whole, you know, white education theory, like, oh, you're so pretty, oh, you're so this. No. You know, child messed up. Oh, that's okay. You know, we can play baseball and there's no winners. We don't count. No, I'm not talking that stupid shit. I'm talking about letting you know who you are. I'm talking about when you see that father and that son in that barber shop, and they having that talk, and he's learning how to interact with other men. He's learning conversations that, you know, damn, that going to elevate him, because the next man in the chair is talking about his son's just made it into Harvard or HBCU. He's hearing a conversation that this guy just landed a deal, a government contract, and how the ways he had to maneuver around it. That's what I'm talking about. Educating, know who you are, having strong Black role models in your life, that you don't have to think that you got to go out here and act like a fucking clown and put on display that I'm an idiot. That's what I'm talking about. And if they learn that, they'll be all right. But you first got to learn that. You first got to learn that. All right, so David says, America has the pride the vast majority of Black Americans are big money for so long. Some folks don't know how to act once they got it. Multiply this by 10 when they take that money overseas. Absolutely agree, 100%. One of my first jobs, when I was 18, 19, one of my first jobs, I got a chance to work at Deanwood Reynolds. It's something else. It was a brokerage firm. And I did not take the lessons that I should have taken from there. But at least I learned some lessons there that I decided to pick up much later on in life. Because when I really was making money, I mean, really good money, I mean, nothing like make a G in a day, I was acting like a fool with my money. I was out there buying $600 shirts, Ferragamo shoes, Mercedes cars. Ain't have a goddamn investment. Not one investment. Ain't have one stock. Ain't have one investment. Nothing. But I had a closet full of names that didn't give a shit about my Black ass. And then one day, I just said, man, the light bulb came on, because I started hanging around with other brothers. I started listening to what people were doing. I started making sure that I started listening and building my mentors. And I didn't have a bunch of rich friends, you know. I didn't have a bunch of rich friends. And the people that seemed like when I was in my circle, they were making money, but they were all blowing this shit. So I started listening to shows like Susie Orman on TV. Yeah, I was to an older white lady, tell me how to make money, tell me the difference between an ETF and a goddamn index fund. I started reading books like Robert Kiyosaki. I started reading books like Think and Grow Rich. You know, I read The First Model. Then I read the one by Dennis Kimbrough, the second model. He based his book off the first, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. I started reading, started educating myself, started going to seminars, started when they was having different conversations. If I'm out, you know, my wife, she moved in different circles. My second wife, she moved in a lot of different circles than I moved in. And so her people, that's all they were talking about. You know, we were around people who just wanted to keep up with the Joneses, but they wanted to invest. And I started learning actually how to invest through marrying my second wife, because of the circle of friends that she had versus the fools that I was running around with. So it's not too late. Trust me. All right, so let me see how long we've been on here. 49. All right, so agree, TaylorMade, because if we show the 20-somethings another way of life, the good foreign women will only see us pawns, will only see us to get money from and not take us seriously if we become mangoes. Damn, yeah. Honestly, we do become mangoes. We become the mangoes, and they become the mango eaters. Absolutely. And you need those role models. But see, like I said, there is no reason that these young black young men have to think like that, because there are a lot more resources than I had. I had TV. I had to wait for a Saturday at 10 o'clock for the Susie Orman show to come on, so I learn how to talk about establishing my emergency fund and getting a Vanguard index account. I had to wait, or I had to pick up a book and read. But right now, YouTube, powerful resource. Cryptocurrency, powerful. I mean, there's shit that's at your fingertips. When we did a book report years ago when I was growing up, we had to go to the fucking library or hope your mama's best friend cousin had an encyclopedia, the full category, at her house. So there's no excuse. I'm sorry, but there's no excuse today. There is not. Only the laziness, the lack of wanting to do better. That's it. Either you want something or you don't. And I'm not going to give anybody a fucking pass. The only reason you broke is because you want to be. There's plenty of money online. Plenty of money online. There are people who are house sitting, who learn how to use house sitting as a ways that I can stay in Colombia for 3 months free, while some rich people jet off to Europe or America, wherever the hell they going. Now I got a beautiful house or beautiful villa that I can sit in the house because they don't want the house sit empty. I mean, there's ways, man, that people are getting creative online. If you're not getting any money online, if you're not making money online, if you're not trying to center a career online, that's you. That's just your fucking problem. I'm not giving anybody a pass. There's no chance, there's no sense any black person is broke today and say, because it's not because I want to. There's too many ways to make money. Honest, legitimate money. I'm not giving nobody a goddamn chance. And you can't, and nobody can convince me different, because I grew from that area where we started with goddamn 8 tracks to now where we streaming music. I'm not giving them a chance. No, I'm not giving them a break. If you young, dumb, and broke, it's because your ass want to be. Did you get your stimulus money yet? Yes, the fuck I did. Woke up 6 days ago, was in my bank account. Travel Squad, Mr. Tell, my parents had encyclopedias of Britannia. Yes, that was it. Before the decimal system was created. Let them catch up. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, if your parents are OGs like me, and I assume they are, see, it's a whole different story. Whole different story. We had a lot more to contend with. Now, I'm not saying that that young people don't have a lot to contend with as far as just struggling or depression or all this other crazy shit, post-traumatic slave disorder, whatever. I'm not saying that they have it any less. They don't. But they have better opportunities, much more opportunities than I've ever had. When you come out of the era I came out of, you created your opportunity. You created the opportunity. My mother used to say, if you ain't got a job, your job from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, is looking for a damn job. I remember my brother, my older brother, when he graduated high school, didn't want to go to college. Matter of fact, no. Let me not lie. My brother didn't even graduate high school. When he dropped out of high school, and decided he ain't want to finish high school, he ain't want to go to college, he ain't want to do none of that shit. My mother took his goddamn house keys. She said, you 18 years old. You want to drop out of high school? She took his goddamn house keys. She said, when I go to work, you go to work. Told us, if y'all get home from school early, his ass can't get in the house. I got home from school like 3:30, right? My brother be lingering around, yo, man, let me get in for a minute. Nope. Because I thought my mother had eyes in the back of her head. I like, you can't get in, bro. No. You can't get in until 5:30 when she comes home. My mother would tell him, and when my mother left that house in the morning, his ass left the house. She said, if you don't look for a job, that's you. You want to sit down. She said, but your new job right now, I'll feed you and lodge you. But your job is finding a job. And I think more of these parents need some tough love to give to their children. Because some of these kids are just spoiled. They just rotten, entitled, sickening almost. The lead attorney, what's happening, sir? Agreed. I see so many men get destroyed in family court and divorces. And it's mostly by the older generation never told them how dangerous the system is. But now the info is out there. Learn, young men. Absolutely. I agree with the lead attorney. And I will admit, I will absolutely admit that the older generation, we failed. Seriously, we failed. And I am part of that. I failed. Because I was out and I did a lot of crazy shit. And when I was in the military, I really did crazy shit. And I was telling other young men to do crazy shit. Even when I was 23, 25, 27, the young bloods coming up behind me, do crazy shit. Absolutely, we failed. Because I had no leaders. I had no mentors, no real solid, positive Black mentors in my life. I never had a male Black teacher in my life. Do you know that? Never one. I ain't know what it, I would have fainted if I saw a Black male teacher come in the classroom. I would have passed the fuck out. I don't even think I ever had a male Black. No, maybe. I don't remember. I know there was one Black teacher in my high school, but I never even sat in a class taught by a Black woman. All my teachers were white. And my agenda wasn't their agenda, trust me. So yeah, the older generation did fail, including me. And that's why I'm trying to make it up now. Absolutely. The lead attorney, thank you, sir. You're absolutely right. D. Will says, tailor-made dreams. When the student is ready for the teacher will appear. These young cats don't want to hear what you have to say until they get their face rubbed and shit first. Yeah. I mean, it like I said, man, it took me I credit going into the military as probably my first positive adult decision I made in my life. And I didn't go in the military until I was 23. I didn't go out of high school. And I went because I thought I'd be dead or I thought I'd be arrested. I ain't gonna go into no background stories, some shit you don't tell. But I thought either I was going to jail or I was gonna be arrested. And two of my friends went off to jail. And I hung out with them two, and I said, well, he's gone. And everybody's like, yo, Russ, you the only one that went. And I'm lying. I went straight to fucking Uncle Sam, getting my ass out of New York. Because I thought either I was gonna die or I thought, I was going to jail. My two best friends who I hung out with, both of them went to jail. And one guy like 97 fucking years. His ass still probably in jail. Another brother got some years, because one got the kingpin charge. Get a kingpin charge in the 1980s. Your ass. So yeah, I fucking flew out. First major positive decision. And thank God. But it was me being scared that woke my ass up. And maybe some of these young bloods just need to get scared straight. Maybe they need to be scared straight. I know the shit woke me up. because I saw death and I saw a jail cell. One or the other. Neither was a good choice for me personally. I got the fuck out. Please make me a moderator. I have a troll in my crosshairs. So how do I make you a moderator, brother? Because like I said, I'm still a novice to this YouTube shit. I just know how to turn the knobs on. So if you tell me how to make you a moderator, brother, where you can control this shit, hey man, I would love it. Absolutely. Hit me up or call me up after the show and we'll talk. No problem, sir. What's up, Mr. Franklin? I found your channel February 27th of 2018. Damn, you've been with me for a few years. My life has changed. Since then, I built a home there and plan to move inside of 3 years full time. Just spent a month there and worked 3 weeks from there. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very humbled. If I had anything to do with it, whatever small piece I had, thank you. Like I said, I'm very humble with your words. Thank you, sir. D, facts. My best friend's growing up, still in jail off a RICO charge he caught in early 90s. He's been locked up since he was 18. Yeah, my boys went to jail in 85. 85. I know Troy ain't been out. I know he ain't. They gave him 97 charges. Now, I don't know if he caught all 97. My other boy, I don't think he got a kingpin charge. I think because he was transporting some stuff. So they caught him right there on the Jersey Turnpike. Plus, they've been watching him. So like I said, I know my ass was the third one. I got the fuck up. I was paranoid. I left my apartment. I sold my car, my Seville. I told the guy, give me whatever. He offered me $400 for a car that was probably worth, at that time, at least maybe $8,000, maybe $8,000. I took $400 for it. I left my apartment. I didn't even go back to my apartment. I went to sleep on my mother's floor because my mother would not let me sleep on a bed or her couch. She says, because my mother was the type, once you left home, you out for good. There's no fucking returning. If you return, your ass sleep on the floor. You don't sleep in a comfortable bed. So, and I slept on my mother's floor for the 3 weeks it took me to actually go to the MEP station and go into the military. I was paranoid as hell. I did not even go back to my apartment. What's up, Rich? I left Brooklyn, New York for the same reason. Moved to Florida and went to the military as soon as I could, and it's been up since then. Yes, it has, brother. Yes, it has. I know the feeling, brother. Trust me. I know. I had no, man, listen, when I woke up that morning, I signed up for the military. I didn't wake up saying, I want to join Uncle Sam. I'm gun-ho. I want to go serve my country. I woke up after I found out my other boy went to jail, and I got the fuck out of there. I was scared. I was scared. I was paranoid. I was scared. And I knew I was going to die on the streets of New York, or I was going to go to jail. And I just didn't think either one was a great option. What's up, David? TMD, in your personal opinion, how much does one need to retire DR if one is in his early 30s? If I had US 150 in my bank account, is that enough? No. Could it last you a couple of years if you're frugal? Absolutely. But I would say it's a great start. But you don't want to be in your 30s and come down here and just do nothing but chase women all fucking day. Now, if you are working on setting up residual income, right, and passive income, and let me tell you the difference. Passive income is income you don't have to work for. I have 2 houses in the States. I have one in Virginia. I have one in Atlanta. I have renters. They pay me every month. Out of that, the mortgage comes, and then whatever over the mortgage, I get. That's passive income, right? I don't work for the money, and my houses get paid for. Great job. Residual income is money that you work for. So let's say if you are an OG like me, and you have your pension, like I have a pension, or you were in the military. Let's say you receive VA benefits, or you have Social Security. That's residual income. That's money that you've already done the labor for, but now you don't have to work for it no more. That money just comes to you, and the only thing you have to do at that point is still breathe in order to keep receiving the money. So now that's residual income. So I tell people, you want to build your passive and your residual income. Also, you need an emergency fund. You need an emergency fund. So let's say if you say that $150,000, I want to move the DR. I would say take 50, make emergency fund, don't touch it. Take another portion of that, whether it's 20,000, 25, invest. Now you have what's left to live on. Can you live here off $2,000 a month? Yeah, but 2,000, let's say times 5, which is 60 months. How long would that last you? Not long. If that's the only money that you have coming in. So you need to create other income. Start a YouTube channel. Be a consultant. Are you good at coding? I don't know. Can you do it? Is it a great start? Yeah. I would say if somebody said, would you take a risk? Yeah, knowing what I know now in life, because I know out of great risks come great reward. Are you willing to make that plunge? That's a personal choice. I don't know. I would never make that choice for you, only because guess what? I don't have to live with the results. But you are young enough to recover no matter what happens. But you definitely want to keep investing that money and growing that money, and working on that residual income is working on that passive income. So that's what I have to say about that. All right. The residual income pays me on a couple of houses, YouTube money, and time to confuse it. Definitely not confused with it. I don't know. You may have been talking to somebody else, but you're absolutely correct. What I get off YouTube, I don't even do YouTube seriously. I do it as a hobby. Now, you want to know somebody who's doing it serious? O'Shea Jackson, Brexit, Ace. All of them I know. And there are other great YouTubers out there. They're making serious dollars, but they are putting a lot of serious work in. I ain't trying to work that hard. I did the hard work. I'm almost 60 years old. What the fuck do I want another job for? YouTube is a job. The money I get off YouTube, it may be 300 some month. It may be $1,500 another month. It could be 200 a month. For me, it's just drinking money. I ain't gonna lie to you. Drinking and having fun money. That's what I do. That's why I can go 2-3 weeks without making a video. Because if I have no money coming into my YouTube account, I don't give a shit. I always tell people, never follow my example as working YouTube as a job. It's pure hobby. And there's a major difference between a hobby and a business. YouTube is not a business to me. It's a hobby. You want to know what YouTube is as far as business? Like I said, hit up Ace, hit up Andre, hit up O'Shea Jackson. They made it a business. All right. If you're a black man on real estate, what happens if you are a black man on real estate, what happens when they owe on YouTube? I told you first, own property. That I think you were typing a little bit fast. But yeah, I always say own property. I have said it over and over and over and over and over again. Own. I love ownership. I told you, and years ago, I got my first lesson, and I knew, and how I knew I wanted ownership. I was staying with my girlfriend. I was 22 years old, 22 or 23 years old. May have just turned 23. And we had an argument. And she said the two most powerful words in me that made me get into ownership. She said, get out. Get out. Get out my house. I was living with her under her roof, her rules. And when she got tired of my shit, she put my black ass out. And from that day, I said, I will never live under nobody else's roof again. Never. Never live under somebody else's roof. And I've owned homes since I was in my 20s because I refuse for anybody to ever embarrass, totally take my dignity away, humiliate me by telling me to get out of their fucking house. I remember that. That still stings even today, as you can see and hear the passion in my voice. And I can tell you this, lessons that are taught to you that make you feel something, those are the ones that you remember. I remember when I was teaching, and I used to teach adult classes. And I used to tell other instructors to be mindful of your words when you're teaching, because no matter how great your lesson is, that you're trying to get a message across, the one thing that everybody will take out of that class is how you made them feel. And if you make somebody feel like an idiot, feel bad, unvalidated, took their dignity, that's what they will take out of that class. That's what I took out of that life lesson when my girlfriend told me, get out. Matter of fact, she said, get the fuck out of my house. But taught me well. It taught me well. My brother JC, you better tell him, Russ, I've been through it with my woman. That's with a woman too. This day she has the audacity to try to get me back. Ain't that some stuff? I learned and will never forget the way I was treated in that situation. Yeah, that's woof. That's heavy. What's up, Stallion? How you doing, sir? Kevin Samuels has a strong, Kevin Samuels has got a great channel with a large following. Yes, he does. I'm gonna tell you, Kevin Samuels, don't know the man, but he's making plenty of money off YouTube. I mean, plenty. He's doing 6 and better figures on YouTube. I know. And I've never met the man, never went to his YouTube account, but I know algorithms. That brother is doing serious dollars. But like I said, I never saw YouTube as a job. You know, I just had a message I wanted to share with somebody. I want to share with other people. I want to share with my other brothers and sisters. Wanted to make sure I concentrate on my black brothers and sisters in general, because we're taking a lot of the grunt and shit that's happening in America, and let you know that you had options, and to just show you, look, if I can do it and I ain't nobody goddamn special. Y'all know when I started my videos, I was in my backyard. I would take a trip to DR, tell you about the trip, come home in my backyard, and tell you what I'm dreaming about for the next trip. I showed y'all a house full of furniture and everything, and nicely decorated, that I did myself. And then I showed you an empty fucking house and me living and purchasing my condo. So, and I'm nobody special, you know? And I remember when I first brought my property, my condo, I was the only black person in my circle that owned a vacation home. Now, my white friends that I hung out with also, shit, I had 2 that had 3. 2 of them, they inherited from their, I guess, grandparent and parent, and one they brought themselves. For them, it was nothing. It was like, oh, I got a home in Florida. I got a home in Greece. I got one in my head. But shit, every time I ask my black friend, hey, who got a vacation home somewhere? Crickets. So I just had a message to say, hey, listen, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it and do it right. So anyway, so much of my soapbox, man. I'm done with that. I'm gonna get off, man. It's been an hour and change. I got a friend coming by. I'll say that. I got a friend coming over, so I got to go. Peace and love, family. Thank y'all for joining me, man. And please, young bloods, not all, but you know who you are, because some of y'all watch my channel too. Stop that bullshit. That bullshit, what you doing, that flossing and acting like an idiot, putting on your Instagram that you got money and you in a new country and they know you there because you showing their money. You're going to get yourself hurt. Hopefully not get yourself killed, but unfortunately may get somebody else killed. Stop doing that dumb shit. Family, peace and love. Thank y'all for tuning in to Tailor Made Dreams. Peace.